And welcome to tshirtweekly.com, and we're here doing a special on-location interview with Mr. Ralph Hunter at the African American Museum at the Arts Garage in Atlantic City. And we are here today because I was in the African American Museum, and let me get a close-up of this wonderful t-shirt Mr. Hunter is modeling for us. That is a CLUB HARLEM t-shirt, the first I've ever seen. And one of the things that I love about it is that the actual words CLUB HARLEM looks as if they're lit up just like on the sign that we have here. How you doing, Mr. Hunter?
Hi there, how are you? Well, we're delighted to have you guys come over today and talk a little bit about not only t-shirts, but talk in terms of CLUB HARLEM, which was a landmark in Atlantic City. Started back in the 30s by a gentleman by the name of Pop and his brother Cliff. They had a partner, but in doing so, they were able to create and design a sign. You're looking at the sign right now. Now, most folks would call it Art Deco neon sign, and this is a replica of the original sign that was in front of CLUB HARLEM on the roof. And this particular one has Sammy Davis and, of course, Ella Fitzgerald on it. But looking at the shirt as well as the sign, I don't know if you noticed down here, it says Sepia Review. And I doubt if any of your reviewers know exactly what that means, but I'm going to leave that question to you, Mr. Tyler, to talk to your radio audience and find out what Sepia Review really meant and why people came to CLUB HARLEM, to that world-famous breakfast show. So the show is called On Kentucky Avenue, and that's the name of this t-shirt. And the shirt, of course, is beautiful. At the bottom it says, the way we were. And the way we were back at that point in time, when jazz and classical music and rock and roll and all those great things were in their heyday. You know, thinking in terms of seeing Wild Bill Davis over at Grace's Belmont, or seeing Chris Colombo play the drums at CLUB HARLEM. It's just fascinating. And one day soon, we hope to do a t-shirt of the original doors of the CLUB HARLEM and the original costume that one of the dancers wore in CLUB HARLEM back in the early 30s. Her name was Comanche, and we were able to get her costume, and we have it displayed here at the museum. I want to thank you guys for coming over for T-shirt Day or T-shirt Week or T-shirt Weekly. I think it's a great show, and I wish you guys all a great deal of success.
Hey, I want to ask you a couple questions since you brought up rock and roll. You know, you are this area's best source of information on all things African American. So we lost two greats, one right after the other, back in 2017 when it comes to rock and roll. We lost the great Chuck Berry, and we also lost Fats Domino. I was wondering if you could give us your take on their contribution to rock and roll and black history.
Well, you talk in terms of Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry could get that leg up there, if you remember Chuck Berry. And the beautiful thing that had happened to Chuck Berry, if you go to the African American Museum of History and Culture, the Smithsonian in Washington, Chuck Berry's Cadillac is parked in the museum. And it's really great sight to see that red Cadillac up there. And all the Cadillacs they could have brought to the museum, they brought Chuck Berry's. So that's there. And in terms of I lost my thrill, my good friend Fats Domino. I was raised with Fats Domino. We were a kid. We used to do doo-wops on the corner, and it was just great to go to a party down in someone's cellar in West Philadelphia and hear my man Fats Domino sing that song. Wow. It was a great time in our lives, and I'll never forget it. His passing tells me that if you do good things and produce good music, that your name will always be remembered by generations to come.
Definitely. I never knew a world without a Fats Domino or Chuck Berry. So, you know, this was one of the hardest ones to hit me since Michael Jackson and James Brown. So thank you.
Thank you.
Great shirt, and
Yeah.
you know, for all of my viewers and listeners who'd like to pick up one, come on down here to the African American Museum, right here at the Arts Garage in Atlantic City. How much do they retail for?
The shirts they retail for less than a bread box.
Less than the bread box. So there you go. Come on out and get yours. I'm gonna get mine. Thank you.